Hello everybody, this is the Harbinger, this is Wingspan on Steam, and we are currently playing 4 opponents, and this is our opening hand. Not too crazy about this opening hand here. We have the Eurasian Nuthatch. That's a bird that will both gain us food advantage in early game, and we can convert that to be worth points at the end of the game. So this guy is really good for us. However, there isn't really anything else here I am really too keen about. Northern Goshawk is an okay bird to play, but you need it to be you need to have to draw it towards the end of the game, and then you only play it if the 7 points you get from it is better than your other options. Rufus Banded, Honey Eater, and Kremako, they can let you discard specific foods to convert that into nectar. It's pretty niche to be able to get stuff out of that actually. Australian owlet nightjar is okay. We have 4 opponents, so we are very likely to get a free vertebrae from this every turn, so we might as well take this. It's also the one of the 2 birds here we can put into the wetlands, which we kind of really want to have available to us. So I think we're gonna take these 2 birds, take the food for those, and be happy about that. Does anything change when we look here? Worthless birds, play 7 of them. I don't think that's gonna be worth it for us. We are starting with playing 2 of these, so we are already almost half the way to 3 points here. But this bonus card kind of forces you to play bad birds in the middle, or birds that you want to play from the start, but you won't have. But you also want to play them. Thing is, the low scoring birds are birds you want to play early because they give you advantage throughout the game, but having to play 6 or 7 of these means that you have to play birds that are worth a few points at a point in the game when they are no longer good. So that's why I really don't like this bonus card. Mechanical Engineer, however, is a really easy 8, so we are gonna take that, and we are playing out these 2 birds. Now, we are not too crazy about any of the cards in the bird feeder, in the bird tray, so let's just play out the Australian owlet nightjar and have both get the vertebrae from the bird feeder whenever that applies, and it lets us take 2 cards from the bird tray if something here we want to consider pops up. Multonus Vorber is something we certainly can consider here. It lets us play additional birds, spend that additional food we're getting, and it will also give us a few extra actions if we can manage to do all the 4 base actions. I think we will pick up this thing and see what we can do with this plaything here. We want to play 3 birds in there. We want to have a bird played in all of the 3 habitats anyway, and this lets us get some bonus early. Having this activate 4 times is actually really good. You get to cheat out a lot of efficiency this way. But you also kind of want to have proper birds to play out with this thing, because if you spend the power here to just play out 1 point birds that does almost nothing to you, then you don't really get that value you are looking for. Play outing the Eurasian Nuthatch here. It is gonna help us gather more food every time we gather food, and we can use this food gathering action to fuel the Multonus Vorber, and after that we can go further. Now, when you play stuff like Multonus Vorber, you kind of need to have efficient actions in all your habitats. They don't have to be very efficient, but they have to be. You have to be getting more out of the action than you could have gained by just playing the bird that action instead. So the power of the Multonus warbler is basically, and the other birds like it, is basically represented by the power of your worst habitat, if that makes sense, because you are forcing to spend one of your actions to do your worst action, and in return you get a free play a bird play. So if you're spending a single action just drawing 2 cards like we are here and not getting an additional bonus of that, you could have spent that action just to play the bird instead of having the warbler activate. So you have to balance wanting this round and power to go off with the ability to you have to balance this with how good your remaining birds are. So if we don't pick up a decent bird we can play, playing the California Condor isn't really that exciting. It's a 1-point bird that does nothing except to draw some of the bonus cards, so I'd much rather just play the red cock-headed woodpecker or something. The Gala, however, that's something we could be very interested in playing, especially for free. Then we just need to find out where do we want this bad boy played. I think... So, having this boy played in the forest is good. We get additional points every time we go in the forest. We could play it here. That way we can build up something that gain us points every time we activate the forest. We are getting a lot of free food from the Australian owlet nightjars. We don't really need to be going for a full forest thing. And we are kind of telling ourselves that we don't want to spend too many times. We kind of don't want to spend energy on building up multiple habitats as power habitats. So maybe we play the Gala in the grasslands, so that whenever we have spare actions, because we want this thing to activate, I think, whenever we have spare actions, we go here to gain eggs and points on the Gala. So I think that makes sense. We skip the other 2 birds here, and the white stork. Yes, and thank you. All right. Now, do we do the white stork or do we do the Gala first? That is an interesting inquiry. So this guy gives us points. This guy gives us more cards, and it lets us look at more cards specifically. I think the white stork is much more of a benefit to us than the Gala is. This guy will build us points, but we aren't doing a single habitat thing. We could do a single habitat thing if we really wanted to. Build up both of these birds here and just do single action here every now and then. I don't think that's kind of the same thing. That's the kind of thing I was warning about with the warbler. You don't want to have 2 bad habitats and 1 good, and then force yourself to activate here and here just because you need those activations to gain 1 free play a bird action. So yeah. Let's put the white stork here, put the Gala here, and leave it with that. We kind of want to have access to spending these additional worms to gain eggs and stuff. So let's take 2 nectars here. That way we can play the white stork for 2 nectars at the round and here, and it should be really good to us. I don't think we are very much in the running for this, but okay, we actually had the 2nd place covered there. When you are playing 4 opponents, you are much less likely to gain points through the round and goals and for the nectars, just because you are fighting so many more people for the same points. That kind of offsets the benefit of having multiple people be able to trigger your pink powers and stuff. bronzed cowbird would lay us some 3 eggs every now and then. That could be decent together with the warbler. That wants us to not focus on a single habitat here. I'm on board for picking this guy up. So let's do that. European goldfinch is god draw in this setup here, so I love that. Eastern bluebird is going to be really efficient for us to get further, but I think the great tit is going to take it here, just because it is very good at gaining us more of the stuff we want. Oh, hornbill together with the great tit is actually a secret hidden combo. The great tit has room for 6 eggs, as you can see here. It has room for 6 eggs, which means that it's the best bird to target for the hornbill. So that's a cool, neat trick. That means basically that the hornbill is a 13-point play, and that's usually pretty good. Now, which kind of order are we doing things here? I think we are playing out the great tits. Then we are... Oh, we don't have that many eggs, so maybe we're playing the bronze cowbird first, so that we can maybe get some free eggs. Yeah, spend the food as it is. Yeah, we're gonna need to spend some of that grain anyway before we are happy with it. So hope we're doing it this order in case we can get some free eggs out of it this way. That way we can have those points rolling in while we are setting up the rest of our stuff. It didn't quite work like that this time, but anyway, we are then able to discard a vertebrae here to get additional eggs this way, so it's not the worst thing in the world either. So playing this guy first is correct no matter what, since we would have had to take more eggs next turn anyway, and then we would only gotten 2 eggs. And yeah, now we are probably maybe getting more eggs. No, we are not. Okay. Then I think we're doing great tit. Then we're taking more food, and then we're playing European goldfinch. Then we are playing the gala, and then we are gonna be fine. So spending additional food to play these birds, is that a good thing to do? Actually, yes. The great tit is gaining us additional food every turn, so spending additional food to get this guy out is completely reasonable. Because if we have to take more food before we're gonna play it, we're just gonna have an less efficient action than we'll have than activating this guy, and therefore spending additional food to get this out early is definitely something we want to do here. Then I think we are gonna take some food, play the European goldfinch, and be happy we are going that route. And this also makes it so that we are getting every habitat activated, which means we're gonna get that free bird played down the line. Where do we put the European goldfinch though? I did intend to put it in the grasslands here, just so we can get access to this thing. I don't think we are building the grasslands with stuff we want to activate a lot of times anyway, so this is just gonna be fine for building up plenty of decent birds here. And yeah, when you're playing 4 opponents, you are getting a lot of those free resources between turns, so this is currently great. And now we need to be looking forward to looking to find food so we can play the gala. And getting 3 points on the European goldfinch every turn isn't the worst thing either. Last episode we got like I think 17 tucked cards on this guy. So we are activating the gala here, or planning to play the gala. So let's do this and take another grain and take a grain. Okay, where do you play the gala though? Do we play it in the grasslands or in the forest? Initially I thought we might want to play it in the forest. Then I'm thinking we might want to play it here so we can get these 4 eggs here, because we're gonna have a lot of excess food. 4 eggs plus the gala, which is 6-point activation actions. But I also think we just want to have access to getting more resources every time we're getting things, and we can still convert more of these guys into eggs, so it's not really important to get it here. So I think we're gonna do it over here. I should have been spending eggs from the bowl nest, because they are filling up due to the bronze cupboard, but I forgot about that. We still have 5 egg spaces here, so it's not a crisis just yet. Let's see. We are currently at 0 sets. That's probably because we have none of these nests around. So we kind of want to try to prioritize getting these. However, we also want to get good birds that can be played with worms. This guy is a perfect example of that. 7 points based on stuff we're getting for free. Take that. And scaled quail is nothing we're looking at, so let's look for more stuff here. North Island brown kiwi. North Island brown kiwi is not really what I'm looking for here. It's gonna be better than the other options, but it's good because it's a star nest that helps with mechanical engineer. However, to play it, we have to discard a bonus card, and that means we won't work for this either. So maybe we are playing out this guy first. Just so we have a bonus card to discard. Yeah, that was less than ideal, but it's not a crisis, because playing out this guy also helps with mechanical engineer. So it's not the worst thing in the world to actually do that. Actually, I think I should have had discarded an egg when I went here, because getting access to more cards is really what's restricting me the most. We're getting free eggs from Bones Cupboard, we are getting free food from Australian owlet and nightjar, so these are the resources we are in the most lacking of, and we didn't really have enough cards we wanted to play here. And the cards we got, if we drew cards we didn't want, we can just sack them back here to get more stuff. So I think it was wrong not to do that. So now you know that I think we made a mistake there. However, we can play this guy, get up to here, then we can sack worms to reset the tray also. I think that's gonna be an okay thing to do. Okay, birds only eating vertebrates or birds that eat cherries. We are 1 bird away from 7 points here. We're already at 3 points here, so I think this is gonna be the correct play, even though we have this guy lined up. We kind of need 3 more of these guys for this thing to be worth more than this guy if we get 1 more of these cherries. So yeah, let's take that thing. Then we're gonna be sad to discard that card to load down the brown kiwi. So yeah. We're getting more eggs. I think we can afford to go here 1 more time. Let's discard the egg we just got and see if we can get something good here from the 3 cards. This is a good card if you have it early. It's a little bit too late to play it now. So same thing with Warbler, a little bit too late. So the Ibis is okay, I think. So let's take that. Let's discard these guys and pick the Plains Wanderer. Okay, that's also another way to get more bonus cards to toss away to the not an brown kiwi. Then we kind of want to play this guy here, then this guy, and then we have a plan for the rest of the game, I think. Now, we do need to... yes, thank you for that. And thank you for this. Now we do need some more foods here. Let's spend cards, since we have cards here we don't want. Spend these to get nectars, fish, and yeah, whatever. Sure, let's give that opponent a chance to reroll. Take another nectar and take a grain. Okay. We're in no rush to play this guy, so we can just play that guy at the final free play bird. However, we want to play these guys a little bit before that, so let's see. We play down just an ibis, and then we spend the last turn here taking eggs, and then we are playing the planeswalker at the end of this thing. Then we are playing Lodana Burkivi next round, when we know what kind of bonus cards we got that we want to get rid of. And here we're gonna sacrifice one of these birds here to get the fourth egg. Thank you for the points. Wait, what? Didn't we get that point? I can swear it said 5 and then it went back down to 4. Weird. Let's see. Play 4 eggs into there. Shuffle here, and yeah, neither of these are something we care about at this stage of the game, so gonna attack the Raven just to make the opponents mad. And actually, if we get a Thalamist here, it's gonna be a really good habitat for us. Hopefully the Planeswalker can draw a good card. And if not, then we can just sack the card to Lodana Burkivi. So it's perfectly fine here. Yeah, I think it's fine to spend those additional food there. Okay. So we have access here to bird counter, behaviorist. I don't think we are working towards something more in bird counter, but how do we already have 6 points in behaviorist? That's weird. Okay, so we kind of lucked out and got this and this habitats to be behaviorist habitats. Really? No. Wait, what? Oh yeah, so this habitat and this habitat are already behaviorist habitats. We are already planning to play the Lodana Burkivi here, so it is very possible to get a third habitat here, as this, or we could just go for Nest Box Builder. That's 4 points. We are planning on playing Lodana Burkivi, very close to 5 of those. Or bird counter is 6 points. Let's take the guaranteed 6 points. Let's do that. And we plan to play this, so we are almost at 8 on that one. And if something proper pops up here, we can play that as an 8th. Yeah. I think we're sacrificing a Verticulturalist here, since the other quests are much better. 6, 8, and 3. So let's sack this. And since we are going from 2 dice to 3 dice, it's totally okay to spend additional food on this. So let's do this. Sacrifice Verticulturalist. And we are keeping Ethologist, thank you. And if we get access to one more bird that eats grain, we are at 4 more points there. So that's something to keep in mind. So, what we're looking for here is we are very much looking for a bird that eats grain and are neither white or brown to go in this lane here. So yeah, since we know we're looking for that, let's first take the food, get for hopefully as many nectars as possible here. Yes, and thank you. Then let's give the grain to a different opponent this time. Reset the bird feeder again, get another nectar, ooh, lots of nectars, and cage that grain. So then I want to go as hard as possible to try to find that bird that will be the perfect bird for us to put here. That will give us two more points here. It will give us 4 more points there, and yeah, that's what we're looking for. If we don't get it, it's okay. Then we just spend a nectar to get closer to maybe getting points on the nectars here. Because if we can get 1 more nectar down here, we will be tied for nectar. So let's see. We do this. I did the wrong thing. We were supposed to go here. Let's spend another nectar. That way we have 1 down here, and both hooded crow and turkey vulture fit the description that of what I was looking for here. Hooded crow is a 3-pointer, eats whatever food. Turkey vulture river, and this guy also gives us additional points at the end of the round based on how many stuff the opponent does. So yeah, we want that. And we need to keep stuff in hand for this guy to work. So let's keep that in mind. Take that guy and be really happy about what we did. I don't think we're gonna play either of these, but let's just take the bald eagle since it's a 9-pointer in case we actually are playing it anyway. Okay, we have... I forgot. We were also looking for something that that eats grain. Eats grain. Yeah. That was a part of the puzzle I forgot to remember. But yeah, it fits here. It gives us 3 more points on behaviorist. It gives us and it gives us the end of round points. So it's gonna be worth 6 minus 2, 4 points plus whatever most opponent has on action cubes on the grasslands, and 1 was at least at 2 there. So it's at least gonna give us 6 points, which is slightly better than going here. Better than going here. So yeah, it's worth doing that play. However, we want to do both this and to play out this, I think. Or if we're really lucky, you can play the bald eagle. No, we can't. Yeah, let's just go here so we can get these additional 5 points and get the free action at the end of the game. Play out these eggs. Do that, draw some more stuff. Just get these guys. We are tucking these. I'll be some warbler. Now we yeah, I think to also keep in mind here is that we are basically also we are in the lead here, so we are sacrificing 7 points here to be playing out these guys as well. That's a little bit of a bummer. However, we are also regaining the victory on this thing. So yeah, it's a lot of pros and cons no matter what we do here. I think we just have to try to go for... We're sacrificing a victory here. Of course, the opponents can also just... These guys can just take food to beat us. So this is giving us more of a driver's seat here. So I want to do that this way. And then we just have to decide whether or not it's better to play the hooded warbler or the bald eagle. Dependent on what's in the bird tray, we can maybe get that worm maybe. No, we can't. Okay, never mind. If we can get the worm, we can play the bald eagle and do a reroll. But we couldn't. So I think this is a 7-point bird. That's gonna cost us the second place here. So we are going from 4 points to 1 point here, so it's 3 less, but it's still gonna be worth it since we are getting these 7 points anyway. But we are only getting the 1 point, so in that case it's actually gonna be better to play the bald eagle, since we are having a assured third place instead. So yeah, let's do that. Get the most amount of stuff out of it. Can we do it once more? No. Oh yeah, skipping the bird's power, yes. Then we are taking this thing and taking 3 more points. Drawing 3 more cards. We should have done that first, in case we got the Eastern Imperial Eagle. We should have gained options before we committed to the bird play. That's wrong sequencing from us. Alright, let's look at the scores. Winning all the nectar in a 5-player game is actually really impressive. So yeah, we get unexpected 15 points from the nectar game here. But yeah, we did sacrifice the last rounding goal to win these nectar points. So it's not all that good, not all that bad. We played 64 points worth of birds. That's really good. 28 points from bonus cards. Yeah, pretty good. And let's see here. How many points do we get for the whole thing? We got 140 points once more. All right, these 5-player games, they are really easy to score high in, because you're getting so much value out of the pink power birds. You're getting so much value out of just getting free stuff from your opponents, like these cherries, and some of them got these give everybody cards birds. And yeah, so yeah, it's easy to score high when you play opponents that give you free resources all the time. And that was what happened here. I don't know what we are supposed to talk about here, but yeah, having the warbler, we talked a lot about this during the game. You need to make sure that all your habitats are decent, because the benefit of the warbler isn't that you get to have another play, you get another free action. The free action you get is basically the worst habitat action you're forced to be doing, since you get your worst habitat action as a free action, because if you didn't do that, then you can just draw cards, no play a bird anyway. So yeah, make sure you have habitats that are worth activating at all times. But that's that for this time, I think. This has been the Harbinger. We have been playing Wingspan at Steam, and if you enjoy these kind of videos, please consider subscribing. If you have already, I very much appreciate that. Yes, this has been Harbinger. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye!